On the Joe Rogan Experience Fight Companion podcast, Joe Rogan got in a beef with his friend Bryan Callen over a disagreement on vaccines.
How come 1 in every 12 kids who's a boy in California has autism now? Because that's what's going on. That's what's going on in California, which has one of the strictest fucking vaccine policies. 1 in 12. Did I say vaccines cause autism? Maybe I will have
RFK's getting to that,
Yeah.
And now Florida doesn't demand vaccines for kids.
That's dangerous to me.
Yeah.
I knew you'd jump on that train.
Of course it's dangerous, Brian. What are you talking about? All vaccines.
Tetanus.
No.
Just go down the road wrong?
You need to bail on the tetanus thing because Suzanne Humphreys.
Educate his ass.
Suzanne Humphreys explained tetanus.
She's not a vaccinologist. I know that woman. What are you talking about? So you're saying we
She's a
shouldn't have
medical
vaccines?
doctor that absolutely understands tetanus. She said tetanus, all you have to do is keep the wound open and clean it.
Oh, that's
you
such
don't,
bullshit.
It's not
Oh my
bullshit.
God,
It's
what
not bullshit.
bullshit.
Do you know how many people die of tetanus
Holy
every year?
fucking
Very
shit.
few.
What about
Just
Okay,
stop.
so let me ask you a question, Mr. Joe Rogan, Mr. Scientist. Are you saying that we shouldn't
Don't
have...
do that. Don't call me Mr. Scientist. I'll start mocking you, and it's so much easier to mock you.
So are we not... So you don't believe in vaccines? You don't think we should have vaccines?
It's not that I don't believe in vaccines.
What are you saying?
It's I
shouldn't
don't
have
think you
74.
should give a kid a Hep B vaccine when they're a baby.
Different subject.
I don't, no, MMA vaccine is absolutely connected to a host of serious, debilitating problems that kids have gotten from them. There's a lot of problems because they don't test vaccines in a double-blind, placebo-controlled setting.
Hold it.
They test them against other vaccines. You know that, right?
Yes, I do. Excuse me. Let me just say something. Yes, you're right. You can make the argument for Hep B. Here's why. Because the chances of a child coming in contact with the kind of activity that causes Hep B is different. So now you say,
Sexually
hold on,
transmitted disease and
right.
needles.
So now you
Yeah.
say this. You say this. That chance is zero. The chance for vaccine injury with the Hep B is not zero. It's non-zero. Okay, so I understand that math. Okay, what I'm trying to say to you is that there are certain diseases. Pick up a history book. Smallpox, diphtheria, mumps. Hold on,
ever looked at
tetanus,
how-
polio, paralytic diseases?
Have you ever polio? Please
Yes.
stop.
No,
You
I
don't-
won't. I won't. I know you think it's just. I've heard Susan Humphreys.
This is a long conversation that we're not going to have on this podcast because I'm going to get angry because I've researched this for years.
Right.
Let's just.
But you're not a scientist.
I don't have to be a scientist
do.
to know that.
Yes, you do.
No, Brian, shut the fuck up. I don't have to be a scientist to read research to understand that they were spraying DDT all over the fucking country when everybody was getting polio. Do you know that?
Yes,
you know
I do.
the first
Yes, I
instances
do.
of polio, they happened in rural communities where they were all farmland and agriculture, and then cows were getting them, and horses were getting them, and dogs were getting them.
Let me make a statement.
They were calling it paralytic polio.
Do you agree with the following statement? It's not just.
I'm not going to do this with you,
but
Brian.
it's not just about.
I brought up
It's not
vaccines,
just
so that'd
about.
be a
Hold
fun
on,
debate.
hold on, Joe.
No,
It's
Brian,
not
I don't want
ju-
to do this with
But
you.
it's not
I don't wanna
just
do this.
about.
We're in
is
the
it-
middle of a fight companion.
All right.
It's annoying.
All right, but it's like. Yeah. Being anti-vax. Being anti-vax
No
is
one's
irresponsible.
anti-vax,
It's not
Brian.
anti-vax. Questioning why there's so many, though.
My kids are all vaccinated, and they're vaccinated, but they went on a delayed schedule. They delayed
So did mine.
schedule.
So did mine. So did
You're
mine.
not?
Yeah. You're not.
Yeah, good for you. I don't think you need to.
No, they're healthy as fuck.
Yeah.
Between the two of them, they have 12 touchdowns this week. 2 home runs.
I think the problem is that the pharmaceutical drug companies have an exemption because of what they did in the 1980s with Reagan, where they allowed them to never worry about being sued. And that's when they ramped up the schedule. And that's also the correlation. When you look at all the host of all sorts of diseases and issues
Just
that
look
start
at
happening with
autism.
kids.
It's through the
Autism is
fucking
just
roof.
one. There's a lot of other autoimmune issues. There's a lot of like serious problems.
I think there are 3 things that have pushed us beyond our biology, and the reason we don't have a lot of children dying: nutrition, sanitation, and vaccines. And I think anybody who says otherwise is, I think it's crazy.
But you can't say all vaccines be.
I didn't say all vaccines.
But
I get
he's
very,
not saying
I get
all
very
vaccines.
worried when
But
people
he's not
start
saying all
saying
vaccines.
It sounds like he is.
Brian, you don't know what the fuck I'm saying. You don't.
Well, I know because you don't want to talk about it.
Brian, I don't want to talk about it in the middle of a podcast because it'll completely derail the podcast. And I'll start showing you statistics. If you look at when people stopped getting all of these diseases and then when the introduction of vaccines happened, it's at the end, after the diseases had already gone through the population. Most of those diseases were eradicated by sanitation and nutrition.
Yes,
there was a
that's correct.
huge problem in this country. People were living in fucking squalor.
I agree. But there's still pathogens that are very dangerous.
Sure there are. So the problem is that these pharmaceutical drug companies are fucking insanely, entirely corrupt. They have been corrupt for a long fucking time, and there's a revolving door between the FDA and these pharmaceutical drug corporations. They go from the FDA into these positions. They have this golden parachute, and then they ramp up the schedule every year, and it's not about public health. None of it is about looking out for you. All of it is about making money. That's the problem.
Who wants to do some smelling salts?
And even as Brendan Schaub tries to change the subject to smelling salts, Joe seizes the moment to jab at Callen again.
Okai's good. This guy's good.
Okay.
Who wants to do some smelling salts?
Chuck one over here, Jamie. We got some? Here we go.
Where's the Okai from?
It's from your mother's pussy.
Hey, that's out of line. Hey, that burn is too far. Joe and I always have these arguments, Gordon.
Yes. Oh, this one's weak.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a little old.
Oof.
It's a little old.
Get you going, though.
I don't. What are they like?
Look, we got 7 of them over here.
Besides,
God, get you some, Brian. Get that big
besides to
nose on
besides to
there.
watch your friends suffer, what are the actual